It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I'm gonna take my clothes off. Hey guys, greetings and salutations. This is Ace Prestige once again with another food review. And this time we're going to get spicy. We're going to get hot. We're going to sweat. Well, I don't know if we're going to do any of that because none of these are really supposed to be that hot. But anyway, this is a hot sauce review and comparison. And obviously there's tons and tons of hot sauce brands, heat levels and everything out there that I don't have right here with me, but I've got some of the more well-known brands that most people can get in most grocery store locations. So this is mostly what this is going to be. This is not any of the specialty hot sauces or anything like that, or the kind that will make your face melt off. So we've got several ones. We've got Tabasco Chipotle. We've got Tapatio. We have Texas Pete. We have Cholula Chili Garlic. We have Cholula Green Pepper. Frank's Red Hot. Crystal Louisiana brand hot sauce. Tabasco green pepper sauce, which is made with jalapenos, I believe. And then the original OG Tabasco. So I've got 2 bowls of rice here. And the reason why I've got white rice is because it's a pretty plain food. It doesn't really have any flavors on its own. And I've got 2 different bowls. One that is just pure white plain rice, nothing added. And then I've got one with a little bit of low sodium soy sauce added to the other bowl. Why? Because I'm going to taste test to see how each hot sauce does on its own as a flavoring, and then how it does mixed with something else that already is given some flavor to the food, and we'll judge it by that. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to try to start with the mildest of the flavors and work my way up to the hottest of the bunch here. So let's see, I believe this one would probably be the mildest. This is the Cholula green pepper. First thing, when you smell it, it kind of smells like the Mexican green salsa that you might get at a Mexican restaurant, at a real Mexican restaurant. We're not talking Taco Bell, we're talking about the real deal. And these are made in Mexico, the Cholula brand. So first, we're going to start with just the plain spoonful of the plain white rice. Put a few dashes on it. 2, 3. Here we go, down the hatch. Yeah, it's definitely mild. No heat whatsoever. It's just a little bit of spice. But it's very mild, very pleasant. And it does pretty well on its own as a flavoring. There's not really that much heat there that would just distract you from the flavor. Now we're going to do some with the soy sauce rice. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, down the hatch. Oh yeah, that pairs well with another flavoring. And it's as I already expected, that most stuff will probably taste better with a little bit of soy sauce flavoring. But again, that's not what we're trying to test. We're trying to see if it will stand up on its own as a flavoring. If you use nothing else, no salt, no pepper, nothing except just hot sauce on the food. So that's really good. I like that. Mild, flavorful, has a nice sharp taste without really any heat. I would give that a 4. All right. Next on the list, I would say would probably be the Tabasco Chipotle sauce. Yeah, that's definitely Chipotle. When you smell that, it has that deep, rich, smoky smell, that smoked pepper smell, which is what Chipotle is. Kind of reminds me of being around a campfire. Has kind of a woodsy, earthy smell to it. It'd be great as a barbecue sauce base. So let's see. Whoop. It comes out a little bit faster there. All right, let's see. Plain rice. Very good, very good. Does well as its own flavoring. Now this does have more of a spiciness to it than the Cholula green pepper did, but it's still not bad at all. You won't be reaching for water unless you're really sensitive to spices, but I don't think you would be. Here we go with the soy sauce rice. The saltiness of the soy sauce with the smokiness of the chipotle is a great combination. I would imagine this would be great on hamburgers or just anything that you could grill. Good stuff. I'll give this a 5. Again, all these ratings are my own personal choice and preference. Somebody might think differently. This is what I think about these sauces. Next up, Tabasco green pepper sauce. Ah, yeah. Now we're starting to get a little bit of spice. When it makes your nose tickle, you know you're starting to get somewhere. There we go. Come on. You're coming out a little bit slower. I think it's a little bit thicker sauce. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's got a little bit of a little heat to it. Kind of like eating pretty much like eating a jalapeno pepper straight. Maybe not quite as bad. But you can tell it's starting to get a little spiciness in the sauces. Here we go with the soy sauce. All right. I would say this is definitely better paired with some other flavoring. It's okay on its own, but if you want to kind of tone down the heat, I think it's best that you have it mixed with some other kind of flavoring. This is not my absolute favorite, but I do like it. So I'll give this a 4 as well. Next on the list is the Cholula chili garlic. And actually I probably made a mistake. I probably should have had this first before the Tabasco green. But I'm thinking that they're probably going to be a little bit similar in heat level, so. When you smell that, you definitely smell the garlic. It actually smells more like kind of a slightly spicy spaghetti sauce, if you can imagine. That has a really pleasant smell to it. We're going to see how that tastes with the plain rice by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There we go, down the hatch. Yeah, I definitely should have put that before the green sauce. There's really no heat to it at all. Here, let me go ahead and try with the hot sauce. Excuse me, with the soy sauce. Put a little more on it. There we go. Okay, there we go. You have to use a little more on this. Actually, I'm thinking this is milder even than the Chipotle Tabasco. No, wait a minute. Okay. This is one of those ones where it sneaks up on you because I can feel it in my nostrils back here in my sinuses. But yeah, it's definitely yeah, it sneaks up on you a little bit, but it's still pretty mild. It's really good. I would give this one a 4 as well out of 5. All right, so the next on the list is all of the red sauces, the what I would call normal run-of-the-mill red hot sauces that you would get at your local grocery store. And I really don't know what order to put these in because I'm thinking they are pretty much the same heat level. So I'm just going to go down the line here and tell you what I think of each one. So the next on the list is Tapatio. You can smell some spice, but it's not overwhelming. It doesn't tickle your nose. So here we go on the plain white rice. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. Again, it's kind of one of those ones where the heat kind of sneaks up on you. It's not bad by itself. And now with the soy sauce rice. Actually, it kind of overpowers, I think, the soy sauce flavor a little bit. I'm not really sure where to put this. I like it. But again, it's one of those sneaky kind of heats. I can feel it in the back of my tongue a little bit. I'm going to cool it off a little bit with a little Mountain Dew. I would give this a 3.5. It's not terrible. It's not bad, but it's not one of my favorites. I would say it's a good medium grade hot sauce. So next on the list, Texas Pete. Go ahead and get this open. Oh yeah. I can definitely smell the spiciness on this. A little flavor in here. That's actually a little milder than the Tapatio, but it still has spiciness to it. It's not bad. I don't think I'd want to use it as just the sole flavoring. That's good mixed. That would make for some good spicy fried rice. That really does pair well with the soy sauce rice. I like that. I'll give that a 4 as well. All right, next on the list, Louisiana brand. I'm definitely starting to feel this prolonged tingle now. It's not burning, but you can tell there's something there. Here we go with the white rice. Get out there. There we go. Oh, that's a little more heat than it is flavor. Yeah, I wouldn't use this by itself. It's better with something else. It's all right. Not my favorite. I would give it a 3. All right. Crystal Blend. We're closing in here, folks. With the plain rice. Whew. Maybe I should have gotten a glass of milk instead. All this is slowly stacking up one on top of the other. Heat. More heat than flavor on this one. So I definitely wouldn't use it by itself. Goes well with another flavor. I would see this going good in some Cajun food. Being used as a flavoring, as a spice for Cajun food. I'll give that one a 3.5. Here's another one that's pretty popular. You see in a lot of places. Frank's Red Hot. Sorry, folks. Let me all right. We're gonna do white rice. Again, one that's a little more heat. And I'm thinking the next one after this is going to be the same, more heat than flavor. Not saying that it doesn't have flavor, but the heat overwhelms the flavor. Not by a lot, but next on the list is Frank's Red Hot. And here we go. The phone overheated, so we had to let it cool off for a little bit, stick it in the freezer. I don't know why it does that with a camera, but so anyway, in case you noticed, another little editing bit that I had to do there. Good side, it got my gave my taste buds a chance to cool off a little bit. So here we go. Frank's Red Hot on the plain white rice. That's a little bit, it's a little bit better. It has the heat, but it has the flavor in equal proportions. So it's not an overwhelming, the heat doesn't overwhelm the flavor, in other words. So you could use this as a flavor, and actually they've got buffalo sauce to use on wings, but you could use this instead of the buffalo sauce. It would be just as good to make hot wings with this. So yeah, you could use this as a flavoring on its own. But we'll see how it goes with the soy sauce rice. It's good, very good. I see why I see why a lot of people like the Franks. All right, I'll go ahead and I'll give that one a 4. Last, but certainly not least, this was my dad's favorite, and growing up, this is pretty much all I knew. This is pretty much all we had around the house because, again, it was my dad's favorite. He loved it. Tabasco OG Original Red Pepper Sauce. Here we go. Plain rice. Put a few dashes on it. Exactly as I remember it. Tabasco has the heat. It's not a blistering heat, but it's more heat. It's another hot sauce that's more heat than flavor. So you definitely get that tingle, that mouthfeel. If that's what you're going for, if you want to make something spicy without really caring too much about extra flavor, this is what you go for right here. Use it on the soy sauce rice. Yes, this is meant to be paired with other flavorings, not really to use on its own. It tastes, I'd say, twice as good with the soy sauce in comparison to the plain rice. Dad, I love you, but I can't give this one a 5-star. I'm sorry. I can't even give it a 4-star. I'll give it a 3.75. But it still will always have a place near and dear to my heart. All right, guys, that was definitely an adventure. Yeah, 10 different hot sauces that you can find almost anywhere across the country and most major grocery stores. Some of them, of course, were better than others. None of them were bad. But like anyone, I have my personal favorites. So I believe the winner was the Chipotle. I believe it was. I believe I gave it a 5, right? Yeah, I think that was my favorite. With a 5 out of 5 stars. But everything else, again, it's good in their own ways. Some you can use as a flavoring all on their own, and they work perfectly fine. Others works better when you have other flavorings with them. Anyway, guys, that's my opinion. If you've tried any or all of these, let me know what your opinions are in the comments down below. Feel free to tell me which one is your favorite. Also, if you would like, suggest some different hot sauces to me. Maybe even send some to me. I'll gladly accept any food donations, sealed of course, factory sealed, to try them out on a later video. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this is Ace Prestige. This has been another food video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification button. And until next time, guys, God bless. I'll see you later. Alright, guys. Bonus content here. I may regret this, but it was suggested to me by one of my ever-loving children to do a spoonful of hot sauce on its own. The things I do to entertain you folks. We're going to say that's a spoonful. That's not a full spoonful, but it's close enough. That's pure, plain Tabasco right there. Wish me luck.